You keep writing in that fancy notepad there, but are you actually listening to what I'm saying? Sorry, I get a little tense talking like this. It's hard to open up sometimes, you know? Look, I've been playing video games for as long as I can remember. And yeah, I know what you're thinking, but the sheer amount of time I put into my hobby isn't the problem here. I feel like some folks have certain expectations of me. I try my best to be well-informed, reliable, but sometimes I feel like a fraud. A fake. Honestly, there's an incredibly dark, swirly pit foaming up in my doggy being, a void that should have been filled as early as 1987. You know what? I'll say it. Alright? That's what you want from me, isn't it? I've never played through a Metroid game. No, you're not hearing me. I told you, you can't listen to my psychological crises and make a petting zoo at the same time. You know damn well I love bunnies. You take that back. Damn, what? A problem with the pelvic thrusters. Big TV, are we still on course? Okay, it's okay. Let's continue with our mission. To find Samus Aran. Aw, dude, she'll love the heart you made her, and I think it's a swell way of showing your appreciation. Oh, as you can see, we're zipping through the cosmos today. We're looking for a quick Q&A with one of the most prolific and proficient bounty hunters ever. That's right, today's episode is a healthy dollop of sweet, atmospheric sci-fi. And if we're going to talk Metroid, first things first, I've got to get through the original. So, here we go! Oh, allow those icy electric notes to shiver into your ears and let's hop into the Wayback When machine. Not that one, the other one. That's it. Metroid was originally released for Nintendo's Famicom Disk System in 1986, leaping later to other territories via the NES in the late 80s. At first glance, you could mistake Metroid as a simple evolution of the Big N's earlier hits. A bit of chubby Italian platforming here, a touch of non-linear item collection there, but the similarities quickly fade away. Well, just have a look around. You won't find the cheery, cartoonish sounds and worlds associated with Nintendo here. There are no lives, no points, no coins, and certainly no helpless damsels. A wink wink. It's simple. There's the player, Samus, and then there's this living labyrinth, Zabadoo. Now, if this sounds eerie or isolating to you, well, bingo! That's precisely right, and for good reason. You see, Gunpei Yokoi and his team wanted to make a darker sci-fi experience on the NES. They looked to influences like Ridley Scott and Hans Rudolph Geiger, both awesome artisans of cold alien worlds. And Bacau, we get this grim, humanity-rejecting setting. And man, can you feel this game push at you. It's hard to ignore feelings of frustration or fragility as enemies and surroundings slice through your energy reserves like a jutting xenomorph jaw through skull. Actually, Metroid's difficulty teaches you a couple of things really quickly. One, every move you make should be made purposefully. And two, if you hit a wall, well, it's time to go hunting for some upgrades. Power-ups dotted in the nooks and secret areas of Metroid help Samus traverse previously unreachable areas. They also kick ass and provide a delightfully fat, juicy, gotta-catch-em-all carrot. I don't know what I was thinking here. Oh no, we wandered into some asteroids. Big TV, prepare the ear torpedoes. Focus on that big ol' rock there. We'll punch through the eye of the explosion. On my count. 3, 2, 1.
Well, I guess I won't be needing this anymore.
It's the Legend of Zelda and it's really rad. Those creatures from Ganon are pretty bad.
Story time.
What's Metroid all about? Give me like 20 seconds. It's the year 20XD5 and space pirates have acquired a bottled up lifeform in suspended animation called Metroid. Some folks suspect that this lifeform was responsible for wiping out a planet. The space police want to stop the space pirates from awakening Metroid and weaponizing it. They send Samus Aran, a hired muscle, to infiltrate the space pirates' headquarters on the planet. Take out the villainous Mother Brain and secure Metroid. Yeah, that was pretty good. If you didn't catch that, here's a fancy picture. Now that you know the basics, how about one dog's overall opinion, Well, I like Metroid. I don't doubt that it incorporated exploration, item collection, and mood really effectively in the 8-bit era. The sense of not knowing what's past the next corridor and constant character progression kept me leaping through the game's many mazy tunnels. I like the grooves, I like the bosses, and I like how Samus is introduced as an interstellar badass. That being said, we're talking about a title that slipped into consoles nearly 3 decades ago, and in some ways it kind of feels 3 decades old. Samus moves kind of clunky, it can make platforming imprecise, and firing the arm cannon feel underwhelming. I found myself fishtailing on too many jumps and narrowly missing shots at the slowest of creepy crawlies. Speaking of navigation, the world you're presented in Metroid requires a ton of it, and I'm of two minds about this. I like the idea of memorizing areas or just saying screw it and making a pencil-to-paper map to aid you on your journey, but many areas look way too similar. Things can get confusing, and when they do, your map can take you on another glorious journey. Really, Metroid offers up a big, interesting playground filled with wonderful goodies. Its open exploration is admirable, if not a bit masochistic. Yes, you may find yourself swearing at missed jumps or consulting your empties about where to go next, but the spark that lit a beloved series certainly reverberates here in these gaping rooms of Zebas. Zebes? Zebas? Is that how you pronounce it? Oh, perfect timing. Looks like Big TV has located the energy blip of Samus's spacecraft here. Big TV, use our pinpoint landing system to get us on top of that signal. What the heck? Why is our weight distribution all wonky? We have a living legend to interview and our thrusters are hanging on by a thread. Get this ball of scrap down there now. I just hope Samus has a few minutes for us. Nah, she's just standing there, dude. It's weird. Oh, right, the heart on the ship. That should perk her up. I guess she hasn't seen it yet. Big TV, can you put me on the loudspeaker?
Samus Aran, don't be freaked out. We just want a few minutes of your time. We've got a heart on. We've got a heart on for you. Look at it.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, have a look at some of my other stuff too. Also, click here and here. Zoini is super cool and has a terrific channel. He lent his voice for this episode. Thanks, dude. Doog Ozia. Also, thanks to Saikyo. Well, he was kind enough to let me use his Super Metroid footage. You didn't think I was that good, did you? He has a vast channel filled to the brim with glorious gameplay. Thanks, Saikyo. I hope I pronounced that right. Need more item hearts.